Welcome to FBB Forum. My name is David, and this podcast is dedicated to all the amazing women competing in bodybuilding. If you like this content, please be sure to like, subscribe, and follow my YouTube and Instagram pages. I'm very pleased to welcome back the amazing women's physique pro athlete Mara Ruckman to the podcast. Mara lives in Springfield, Missouri, and competed at both the Omaha Pro and the Optimum Pro this year. She has an amazing look and really has made a lot of improvements to her physique over the last year. Mara is also an amazing muscle mama with two young daughters. Stay tuned to find out more about where she'll compete next, if she's willing to reveal. Welcome, Mara. It's great to see you again, and it's really good to see you competing again.
Well, thanks for the great introduction.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. So you had taken 2024 off from competing, didn't you?
I did. I took completely off because I know I wanted to add more size, and it just made sense. I just also just felt it just wasn't a year to compete. So I just decided to follow my instincts and just, go in the direction that I felt was right for me in that year. And I'm glad I did.
That's terrific. Yeah, you looked really good this year, I think, and looked great on stage.
Thank you. Yeah, I took the year off. I really wanted to focus on, of course, like in terms of bodybuilding, I wanted to focus on growing the areas that I need to, making the improvements. But aside from that, as you mentioned, I'm a mom, and I just wanted to take the year off to focus on being a mom and being fully present for my daughters, and I'm very glad I did with that because we just last year was just a great time with them, and we made had a lot of great trips, made great memories, so it was good.
Remind me, how old are your daughters?
One will soon be 9, and the other is 11.
Oh, terrific. That's great. Yeah. They definitely have mini me's looking to them. They have the red hair going on too. So
Yep, you definitely can't miss us when we're out in public.
and they
Yeah.
came with you to the shows this year, or both of them, or one of them?
No, they just went to Omaha Pro, so that was my very first competition back in 2018. They were present there, but one was going to be turning 1 in that summer, and the other, she was like 2 years old. So she actually remembers being there because she'll tell me all the details of the venue and all that stuff, which is surprising that she
Uh,
remembers. But yeah, I just my parents went to, it was their first time going and watching me compete. So that, that was just like the highlight. Just having them all there to see like all the work that I've been putting into leading up to the show, like they're finally able to see like the finished product and me up there on stage. And it was awesome.
that's nice. So you had a little cheering section there in Omaha, huh?
I did. And then my best friend from college that I've known her for about 20 years, she made the trip down. She lives in Iowa, so she was like 3
Oh,
hours away. So she
nice.
made the trip down too. So it was a very special time. And then I had some friends. My other best friend who lives here in Springfield, she went to the Shreveport show with her family. So
Oh, nice.
great to have them there too. So
Oh, that's terrific. That's great. Yeah. That's great. Yeah, it's nice to have a cheering section like that.
yes, I'm blessed to have some amazing friends.
Yeah, that's really sweet.
Yeah.
What, had your parents ever been to a bodybuilding show before?
No, it was their first time.
Really? Oh, wow. What did they think?
I mean, they didn't say anything negative about it. I think they enjoyed it. It was just fun after the show, just hearing them talk about, um, just everything that went on and like comparing me to the other girls and this and that. And then them commenting like, you looked better in the night show. Like what changed between the morning show and the night show and all this stuff. So it was fun that they got involved in it too. They weren't there to just watch, like they were really into it. So that was,
Oh, that's terrific. Your parents are missionaries, right? Is that correct?
they are, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. I didn't know if there would be any issues with like you wearing a bikini on stage. Is it like?
No, I mean, it's not like doing anything promiscuous. It's just bodybuilding. So they, of course, my dad, he just jokes around about like me being up there in little clothing, but I'm his little daughter, but whatever, it's just fun and games. We're joking around. So
Oh, that's cool. Very cool. That's awesome. I'm really glad that they could come. Um, I was curious about your experience at Optimum. I know that was a really impressive show because you had 19 ladies, right? And
yeah,
almost 20.
20. Yeah.
Samantha was supposed to be there, Samantha Ray, but she got sick, so she couldn't be there. So,
Yeah, there's a lot of women competing, so it was a full show. Yeah.
oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, did how was your experience there?
I mean, it was good. Obviously, placing didn't place as well as I wanted to, or what
Yeah.
I thought I would, but yeah. Other than that, it was a good experience.
Okay, very cool. That's awesome. And then you placed ninth at Omaha, and you looked amazing there. What was your experience like at Omaha Pro?
Loved Omaha. I think Jack and Ann Titone put on an amazing show. Everything was run smoothly. Um, they, they're very welcoming, made us feel very special, and so everything was just from check-ins to towards the end, like it was really great.
That's great. I told you I was there last year, and I was really impressed with the show too, and the Titones really took care of the ladies, and
Yeah,
they even hooked me up with a VIP pass, and I really enjoyed it. I really had a great time.
yeah, it was fun. It was a great time. Yeah,
I think there's certainly um I think having just one pro division, your pro division there at Omaha, there's a plus to that because then you'd
yeah,
have to sit through all these thousand bikini girls or whatever.
yeah. It was great to be able to be the first one on stage for prejudging and the night show and just be done.
Yeah, I know that's what they did last year too, and I think that yeah, the pros appreciate that too because
Yes.
y'all put a lot of hard work and dedication, and you don't want to be waiting around, for all the bikini girls to go go through. Yeah. That's terrific though. I'm glad you liked it. I was curious what was your experience backstage or your experience like backstage at Omaha and Optimum, and did you have a good kind of iron sisterhood there, would you say?
Um, yeah, I mean, Shreveport was a little, it was like where we were waiting to get on stage. It's a really wide open area, like a huge place.
Mm,
So I really didn't. I'm honestly I'm a big introvert. If you come up
yeah,
and talk to me, I'll talk to you back, but I'm not one to like really approach a lot of people.
sure.
But everybody was, all the ladies were friendly and fun, and there was a girl competing figure that was there, so I knew her, and some other people that from around like the Midwest area were there too. So I got to like meet some people that I like followed on social media, like we followed each other on social media. So that was pretty cool. Um,
Nice.
but and then in Omaha, I feel like the experience with the ladies was a lot different because our backstage was a little bit smaller of a space, and so we were all just like sitting next to each other and chit chatting, and we got to know each other,
Mm.
and that part was fun. So all the ladies were so nice and friendly. So definitely fun to like connect with other women who are, a similar mindset as you and do the same things, and other women that are also moms and compete, and, just to be able to relate on that level.
Well, there's not many ladies can do what y'all do. I mean, so for y'all to get together like that, I think is
Right.
kind of cool,
Well, we all live all around, the country, so
Yeah.
it's not like we're all close by. So it's fun to be able to do these shows and meet new people.
Oh yeah. And then yeah, it makes sense y'all be able to relate to each other just because there are so few of you. I mean, yeah, and
Yeah.
so yeah. One thing we talked about before we started recording too, you could actually drive to both shows, right? They were
Yep.
close enough.
I drove to both shows, so I didn't have to worry about, meeting certain weight requirements on my luggage or packing up all my food. Like I was able to just pack it up and go and pack up a whole cooler of food. And, it was just, if I can drive to shows like that, I will do that from here on out because it's so much easier, a lot less stressful.
I bet it's a lot. Yeah, I bet it is. And you don't have TSA confiscating your food and your protein powder and stuff like that,
Exactly. Well, by this point, you kind of become a pro on how to pack for things, but but
I
still,
know.
just like, yeah, it's a lot less stressful, and you don't have to worry about your luggage getting lost and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, that's no fun either.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be much fun. Yeah. One thing I remember about Optimum when I went in 2023, it was the first time I've ever had to go through like really tight security, like a metal detector. And I know one lady who competed there who had her protein powder confiscated because they thought it was cocaine or something, or and
Gosh.
it was because there was a high school graduation going on at the same time as at the same convention center as the bodybuilding show. So I don't
Wow.
think that you didn't have that going on at the same time this time, I think, which is probably
No,
good.
there were some other events and stuff going on, but
Oh yeah. I think just if there was like some high school beef and somebody brought a gun, I think that's why they had such tight security at that time. And I'd never seen that at a bodybuilding show though, where you had to pass through a metal detector and that kind of thing.
yeah, from time to time.
The parking was terrible at Optimum too when I went 2 years ago because of the high school graduation and just no place to park. It was just it was crazy. Um, the uh in terms of you're bringing your daughters to the show into Optum to Omaha, I should say. Did they enjoy the show and do you think they would consider bodybuilding too? They're going to emulate you?
Oh, I know that they enjoyed the show. As far as like following my footsteps with bodybuilding, I don't know. I mean, they show interest in, wanting to, they'll say like, I want to be strong like you, mommy, and stuff like that. But there's a lot of other aspects from bodybuilding that have already affected my daughters, like as far as like the discipline and things like that. So, I whether they want to go into the sport of bodybuilding, I'm not going to push them. I'm fully support what it is that they want to do in life,
Mm,
their choices. I'm not going to push them to do bodybuilding, but I've seen the positive influence it has had on their lives outside of what bodybuilding is, but with the
mm.
discipline and the consistency and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I went on a rant.
No, no worries. No, I bet they're really proud of you though. And
Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm just glad that they, because they see me like go to the gym and work out and eat strict on my meal plan and not being able to like take bites of things or go out to eat. Like we go out to eat, then I'm bringing my own food and all that stuff.
yeah,
So they see all the work that I put into it, and then it's like, well, what are you doing it for?
yeah.
So I'm just glad that they were able to witness all of that. So and they enjoyed it, they loved it, and thankfully my parents took care of them while I was there, and they,
Oh, that's true. That's a good reason to bring your parents too. Yeah.
oh yeah, so they were grandma and grandpa that whole weekend, and the girls just stayed in with them in their room, and thankfully they enjoy my parents, so
Oh, that's
they
great.
had a good time though. They went to the zoo, and they went to the pool and did a lot of other activities. So I mean, I think they thoroughly enjoyed it. So
That's great. Yeah.
yeah,
Omaha's kind of a cool city too. I liked it.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I wish I would have been able to experience some of it as well, but next time, I guess, maybe, if there is a next time.
Oh, very cool. That's awesome. Yeah. No, it is. I like that show and the venue and everything was good.
Hmm.
It's interesting, like just just like within walking distance is where the College World Series for baseball takes place. And I
Yeah.
know that's going on right now, but it's kind of neat seeing that big stadium and I think the Titones must schedule it just before that. It's probably a little bit cheaper too to rent it out. Now, I'm sure that the prices go up a lot for staying at that hotel, the Omaha Hilton when the baseball's going on. So yeah.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah. Everything, the venue, the location, everything was nice. So,
Nice. Yeah, I like that downtown.
hmm.
One thing that's interesting is that there's a Chef Boyardee statue over there. at the Conagra headquarters, which isn't too far from the hotel there. But I just thought it was kind of interesting to get a picture with Chef Boyardee.
Oh, that's funny. I did not know that was there.
It's kind of unique.
Yeah, definitely.
Um, I was curious, so your last show prior to Omaha or to Optimum was 2023 Atlantic Coast, is that right?
That's right. Yep.
I was curious, what improvements have you made since the 2023 show there?
Um, well, I grew just about everything. We hit upper body pretty hard, so we did like a push pull was we hit every like my training split is 3 days on, 1 day off, and each training split one was dedicated to push day, one was dedicated to pull day, and then I
Mm-hmm.
had one of those splits was dedicated to legs, and then the other was arms. So I only was hitting legs like once every 8 days, which was like a nice change of pace. But we
Nice.
still grew the legs there, which is awesome. But yeah, I think um like today, this was probably the best look overall. As far as the balance goes on my physique from upper to lower. So a lot more
Mhm.
better proportioned.
I agree with you on that. I think so too.
Mm.
And we talked before we started recording. I think you mentioned it too on your Instagram about your back. It looks like it improved. There's more density back there and
Yeah,
more.
density and a little bit more width in the lats, which is
Yeah.
really difficult to do.
Hmm.
Lots of lat work all last year. So, but it paid off. So,
Yeah, I think that's great. No, the lats are important, I think, to kind of give you that V taper. And yeah, I think
right.
it's,
Mm.
that's cool. No, I think you look great. And now, I was curious, did you find taking 2024 off, did that kind of help you grow your physique and help you with kind of having like a health phase too, not having to worry about competing?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it was like I mentioned before, it was just taking that year off, and just being very intentional about, just being with my daughters and creating memories with them, like, and not have to worry about prep and being able to go on trips and not have to, if taking a couple of days off in the gym wasn't that big of a deal and, all of that. So it was just nice. Like it was relaxed.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I've traveled in prep before, and you can do it. It's not difficult, but it just kind of it's hard to be present and in the moment when you have like prep going on, and your energy's low, you're exhausted from training, and food's low, and all of that. So it was just nice to be more present with my daughters.
sure. I understand. I think it was good too. You had the two shows this year were pretty close together. So,
Hmm.
so you could just kind of continue prep. You didn't have to do like two rounds of prep per se.
Right, exactly. And I knew I had a lot of trips already scheduled for the summer, vacations and stuff. So I'm like, just get these two shows out of the way and have fun in the summer and have fun the rest of the year. And so, yeah.
That's terrific. That's great. No, I'm really pleased for you. Um, I was curious, are you still working with the same coaches? When we last spoke in 2023, you had Matt Berzakad and Kim Chizevsky Nichols.
Oh, well, she just helped with my posing for the
Oh,
clinic, but I didn't hire a posing coach this time.
no. Oh, okay.
No, but Matt's been my coach since the end of 2022. So I've worked with him for a little over 2 years now. So I don't see myself going away from him. So he's a great
Great.
great person. So yeah,
I can't remember, was he local for you or are you doing virtual coaching with him?
it's all online. Yeah, because I don't
Um,
I don't really need like in person training and all. I haven't done in person training like really ever.
oh,
I
yeah.
did. I was with some local coaches for a little bit, and I would go in and jump in every once in a while to, train, just be part of the environment. But other than that, I've always basically trained on my own
Okay,
and like
cool.
online training. Yeah.
Okay, very cool. That's cool. Yeah, it's good that you stuck with him too. I think it's important sometimes to stick with a coach because some ladies kind of do coach shopping and I think that they end up kind of inconsistent that way, and maybe
Yeah.
harder for them to make improvements when they're switching coaches all the time.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's important to, before you hire a coach, make sure that
Hmm,
coach is going to be a good fit for you before you just start hopping around.
that's true.
But I'm also a very loyal person. It doesn't matter what situation, friendships and whatever. I'm very loyal, and if something's not broke, I'm not going to go try to fix it somewhere else.
Yeah,
So yeah,
sure.
I yeah, I don't see myself moving away from him unless he decides to not coach anymore, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Oh, sure, I understand. No, that's cool. Yeah. Well, he's doing great work with you. So, would you work with Kim again, do you think? Maybe in the future, or I was just curious.
Possibly. It just
Mhm.
depends. I don't know. I don't know what the future has.
I remember when I talked to you last time in 2023, I was impressed you were working with her because she's like Ms. Olympia, so
Yeah. No,
yeah.
she's a great lady. She's super nice, very sweet.
I'd love to interview her sometime and just talk about bodybuilding back then versus now and what she's up to now. So I'll have to reach out to her again. Well, that's all the questions I had. And I just wanted to keep this brief, but I was wondering if there's anybody you'd like to shout out.
Oh, I don't know, just everyone who helped me with this prep and all my friends and family, and that's about it. No, nobody really specific.
Okay, very cool. And I was curious if you have any sponsors currently, or are you interested in getting sponsors?
No sponsors currently. As far as getting sponsors, I have no idea. It just depends on the situation and who they are and what they represent. So
Hmm, very cool. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. I know some of them yeah, some can be a little bit weird or ask for weird stuff too. So you gotta be careful, I think, to, you know, be selective with that kind of thing, for sure.
yeah, and they'll learn real quick. I'm not the type to just do any of that. So
Yeah. Oh no, I got you. But you could get like an in-kind sponsor, like a competition suit sponsor or something like that, maybe. Hmm.
yeah, it'd be nice. I don't, I'm not super big on social media. I don't do a lot of work there. I don't have a ton of followers. It's not my priority. So I feel like a lot of that, you do have to have like a big following, and because if someone's gonna like a suit company's gonna sponsor you, I feel like a lot of times, they want you to have a big following, so that way they're getting business from your followers and stuff, which is totally understandable. But social media is not, I post every now and again, but
Yeah.
I'm just not. It's not my. I don't care how many followers I have. I don't care how many likes I have. Like, I just that's just who I am. So I just whatever. I'll just post whenever I want to, and
I got you. I understand that.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so I'm just not super active on there.
Oh no, I totally understand that. No, that's cool. If you were 16 though, you'd be like, I want more followers.
Oh, I'm sure, but I did not grow up in the era of social media, so
Oh no, yeah, me either. Yeah. My daughter's 19 and yeah, it's kind of interesting. She's had to kind of teach me how to use Instagram because I was like, I don't
uh,
understand
yeah.
this. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
that's one thing I hope my daughters won't, they're obviously young, but something I'm going to restrict and definitely have conversations with them about all of that stuff. So,
yeah, that's a good idea. And it can be pretty toxic, especially for teen girls, I think, and
absolutely. It's
yeah.
toxic for everybody.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah. No, definitely. Well, thank you so much for joining me again. I was wondering, would you mind doing a quick bicep flex for me? Wow, looking good, Mara. Thank you.
Thanks.
It's great seeing you again and best wishes to you. And I'll definitely be in touch and I'll try to get this posted here shortly too. So, and of course I'll tag you and everything too.
All right. Well, sounds good. It's great to talk to you. All
Thank you. Take care.
right, you too. Bye.
Bye.